So the Prehistoric Marine Species Pack for Jurassic World Evolution 2 has officially been released, and much like the Feathered Species Pack, I think that this is definitely a welcome addition to the game, and again, some of the best designs that we've seen in the game. I think it's an important update too, because the aquatic area is something that's really been kind of lacking in this game. Like, for the most part, all it would be is like you'd plop down a tank and then put in some creatures, and all they would do is kind of swim around. There was really no social interactions. There was not too much in the way of decorations. You could just place some viewing platforms, and that was pretty much the extent of it. But now with this update, for one thing, they've included 2 semi-aquatic creatures, so you have the option to place down these kind of rocks that they would be able to climb onto and add a little bit more to your viewing potential for these animals, as well as including animals that are a little bit more diverse, because previously the roster was pretty samey for the most part. Like, all of the creatures kind of blended together. Like, they are 100% different creatures and they do have unique designs, but for the most part they had a lot of the same traits that kind of made them blend together, as I said it before. But this species pack includes 4 new species that are completely unique to any of them that we've seen before, and I absolutely love it. They look incredible. Like, the first one being Shonisaurus, which is one of the largest marine reptiles ever and is an incredible inclusion. It's of course a giant ichthyosaur that used to swim the waters and now is kind of like a whale figure for the game. It looks fantastic. I absolutely love the way the design looks. I really like the patterns that they gave it. I think that it's a very much welcome inclusion to the game. The next being probably one of my favorites, Archelon. Archelon is the largest sea turtle to ever live. It used to swim the shallow inland sea of North America, which is this seaway right here. They used to split up North America. It's really a cool addition and kind of a no-brainer. Like, an absolutely massive turtle is definitely something that you'd want to show off in your parks, and having it be able to kind of climb up onto the rocks and just kind of lay there, have some social interactions with other members of its species are just so fun to see, and it's really a great addition to the park, and fantastic job on Frontier's part for that one. Another one that they've added is the Dunkleosteus, which I'm sure is a fan favorite for everyone. Now, Dunkleosteus is actually from the Devonian, which is the first pre-Mesozoic creature aside from the movie creatures like Lystrosaurus and Dimetrodon to show up in the game, which is interesting, but it's definitely one that makes sense because of how popular this bony fish is. It has these giant shears that are like attached to its mouth, and so it has kind of like this gnarly appearance to it, and the music when you release it is fantastic. So I think that the Dunkleosteus is definitely going to be a fan favorite when it comes to this new update. And one of my personal favorites, well, all of these are kind of my favorites, is the Nothosaurus. Now, I loved its addition into Camp Cretaceous. I thought it was fantastic to have it because it's a lesser known creature and another semi-aquatic one, and it has a really cool appearance as well. Its design looks fantastic. Of course, it's the design from Camp Cretaceous, so I'm sure it was going to be translated pretty well anyway. And I am a big fan of the coloration and the patterns that it has. It's got this very sleek pattern to it. Some of the designs with kind of like a stripe going down the side of its body, something that looks so cool. And again, it's a semi-aquatic creature, so it makes use of the new rocks as well. And seeing them on the land just looks fantastic as well. Of course, been more additions to this, like even aside from the pack, there have been some things added in the free update. I won't cover everything, but I'm really happy that they included the San Diego kind of arena type thing. I think that looks incredible. I placed it down into my park immediately. I think it's something that really kind of gives some spice to your parks no matter where you are, even if the kind of like deserty look of it kind of clashes on the Biosyn Valley that I have it set up in, but I just think it looks cool. As well as the underwater viewing dome, which is a fantastic addition, one that definitely spices up the viewing experience for your park's guests, or you who's because I like to show the view to pretend I'm a guest to this park. So I think that it's something that really adds a lot to the game, and all in all, I think that this update was definitely needed for the game because I don't really use the aquatic creatures too much because I didn't really see too much potential for them in my parks. Like, every once in a while I have them because I like prehistoric creatures in general, and I love to put more aquatic creatures, but I think an update like this was definitely needed to kind of reinvigorate the spark, the same spark that I had when they first revealed that aquatic creatures were going to be in the game. And I think that this update really helps fuel that, because now I'm excited to place these creatures down. Like, the first thing I did was incorporate them into my park, and I think that the way you can set up their enclosures looks fantastic now, especially with the difference in appearance when you add the rocks to the semi-aquatic enclosures compared to the ones that were just completely aquatic. So I think the Frontier killed it. I hope that we get more species packs or expansion packs after this. I'm pretty sure that I've heard somewhere that we probably will be, if Frontier's pattern is anything to go off of. I hope so, and I hope that they keep up with this trend with absolutely awesome designs, with a lot of things that really kind of bring the game's value up. Like, they just keep adding new things that really give you more tools for creativity and just to really create your own park however you see fit. So I hope that we continue on this path, and yeah, I think that we're in a good spot right now too. But thank you guys so much for watching, and have an awesome day.